Welcome to the 2021 Honda PBA Philippine Cup, brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Beer breakthrough or road win, we'll find out. The Beermen want to be able to get into the win column, while on the other hand, the Nlex squad with a big win over the defending champions, their first time out, looking to make it back-to-back. It's the San Miguel Beermen up against the Nlex Road Warriors. Anthony Sty here together with Diego Dario, and it's an interesting match we got here. A team like Nlex looking to be able to duplicate another big win with a big name and a big team in the San Miguel Beermen.
Well, it's going to be an exciting game between these two teams. You know, Kiefer Avena, Kevin Alas, and Jericho Cruz going up against the Stars of San Miguel, and let's see what they're going to do against this powerhouse team.
We have CJ Perez there, a new addition here for the Beermen, and we're going to be talking and showing you some of his numbers a little bit later on. But a fantastic start here for the Nlex Road Warriors. There you have Kevin Alas, as you mentioned on your screens, and we do have some slick portions on the floor right now, and that might just hamper the immediate start of this ball game. We're waiting for the officials to give us the thumbs up, but right now let's take a look at the team standings. And joining Meralco, Rainer Shine, and Magnolia up there on top with 2 wins, no losses.
Well, of course, if you're San Miguel, you need to get that first win in order for you to climb up that ladder. And Nlex Road Warriors, you gotta continue that momentum after that big win against Barangay Ginebra.
Earlier, Barangay Ginebra won their second match, and so they are in the win column. They're at 1-1. Unfortunately for the fans of Blackwater and their squad, they move further down the cellar at 0-3. It's a very short conference. You need to be able to start picking up those wins as early as you possibly can.
Well, each game is super important, no matter who you're going up against.
Right now, let's take a look at San Miguel Beer. And in their last game, they fell to Meralco 93-87.
Well, it was a great start by Meralco right there. Terence Romeo actually played well before injuring his leg.
That was a real cause of concern for all the fans and of course the coaching staff of the Beermen, because he is a vital cog for this squad that's looking to be able to get another All-Filipino title.
Well, as you can see right here, Meralco won that game only by 6. But look at this 3-point percentage. Meralco had 13 while San Miguel had 7. Both teams moved the ball well with 15 and 20 assists, but you know, if you're San Miguel, you just need to get that first win to get that momentum.
That's a number that you don't normally see here for the San Miguel Beermen, because they have a lot of great 3-point shooters. Only 7 out of 33, so that stat really sticks out.
Well, that is true. You know, you have a lot of weapons for San Miguel. You have Terence Romeo, Marcio Lassiter, Von Pesmal, even their big man, Arwin Santos, can even make threes now.
And let's see, even that big man there on your screens in Mota Tua can hit the shot from the outside every now and then. But look at this, Terence Romeo narrowly avoiding disaster, because he had a great game, but unfortunately had to leave, and he didn't finish it because of that leg injury.
Well, you know, he played great in that game. He moved well, stayed aggressive, and basically scored on whoever was guarding him. But unfortunately, he rolled that left ankle, probably hyperextended that knee a little, but it's good to know that it's nothing serious for Terence Romeo.
Well, we're going to be able to see him back in action, hopefully, within a week or two, and that's what the Beermen are hoping for, because he really gives them that added firepower, not to mention the leadership that he brings in the backcourt.
Well, if you're San Miguel, you have a lot of stars to lean on to, since, you know, you have Alex Cabagnot, Arwin Santos, so even if Terence Romeo won't be playing today, or let's see if he does, he's not going to be 100%, you still have a lot of weapons if you are the San Miguel Beermen.
They're going to hold down the fort until Terence Romeo arrives once again, as we now shift our focus to the Nlex Road Warriors. In their last game, they defeated the defending champions. Not just defeated them, but they really pummeled them and won big, 94-75.
Well, if you're the Nlex Road Warriors, your confidence will really be up there after beating the defending champions, Barangay Ginebra.
Looking at these numbers, what sticks out?
Well, you know, it was a blowout game. Nlex had 94 points. Barangay Ginebra didn't shoot the ball really well. You know, 5 out of 32. Nlex had 12 out of 34. And look at this, Nlex with 10 blocks. So they really played good defense against that Barangay Ginebra offense.
You know, Coach Yang always complains that, I don't have big men, but you don't have big men, but you came up with 10 block shots, and so you can see that his big men outshone the big men of Barangay Ginebra.
Well, maybe these big men of Coach Yang are really hardworking big men, especially, Coach Yang really holds these players accountable, especially on that defensive side.
What about Kevin Alas? The ace up the sleeve here of Coach Yang Giao. He had exceptional numbers, 20 points, leading the charge together with that man on your screens, Kiefer Avena.
Well, Kevin Alas is really one of the great playmakers of Nlex. He really does a lot of things with that basketball. After being quiet in that second half of their opening day loss, he made sure that, he's gonna stay out aggressive in this second game, and they had that win against Ginebra. As you can see, 20 points, shot well from the field, also hitting 3-pointers and 3 assists to add that to his stat line.
Well, it's nice to be able to see him playing and being healthy because he's been in and out of the injury list, and now he's showing very, very good numbers. 7 out of 15, as you said, and 3 out of 7 from 3-point distance. But what about the phenom, Kiefer Avena? Phenomenal start for him as well. So that is a real dynamic backcourt that Nlex has.
Well, there's a reason why we call this guy the phenom. He's just the primary playmaker for Nlex. He's a system all by himself. He can do a lot of things with that basketball. He's averaging 21 points per game, 53% from the 3-point line. Very efficient shooting that basketball. And to top it all off, he can make plays for his teammates too. 6 assists and also playing great defense. So, great start here for Kiefer Avena.
That's an exceptional number, 53% from 3.
And I think the off-season work has been, working for this guy.
Well, as Kiefer is concerned, whenever he has the opportunity to work out, he does. That has set the table here for a mouth-watering affair coming to you here from the Inares Sports Arena in Pasig. When we come back, we're going to have the San Miguel Beermen up against the Nlex Road Warriors.
Second game. It's time to meet the starting lineups of both teams. First, from the San Miguel Beermen. Starting in guard from Quezon City, number 5, Alex Cabagnot. The other guard from La Paz Leyte, number 6, Chris Ross. And forward from Ilocos Sur, number 13, Marcio Lassiter. Also at forward from Lubao, Pampanga, number 29, Arwin Santos. And at center from Pinamongahan, Cebu, number 15, Junmar Fajardo. Head coach of the Beermen is Leo Austria. And now let's meet the starting 5 of your Nlex Road Warriors. Starting at center from Santa Ana, Pampanga, number 2, Mike Miranda. And forward from Mandaue, Cebu, number 37, J.R. Quiniahan. The other forward from Santa Rita, Pampanga, number 33, Tony Semarag. At guard from Bacolod, number 39, Jericho Cruz. And also at guard from Las Piñas, number 7, Kevin Alas. Head coach of the Road Warriors is Yang Giao. Game officials are Peter Balao, Dax Takanay, Nino Cortez, and Eli Ali. This game is under the supervision.
Let's take a look at the starters for both these squads. San Miguel starting out with Cabagnot, Ross, Fajardo, Lassiter, and Santos. The Nlex Road Warriors, on the other hand, have Alas, Cruz, Miranda, Troliano, and Quiniahan. So no phenom to start things off here for Coach Yang Giao.
Well, Coach Yang really loves to mix up his starting 5, and we know that he's been in the PBA for a while now.
That tip-off is brought to you by Honda. the official motorcycle of the PBA. First attempt here for Nlex. Three-pointer. Not gonna work. Arvin Santos with the rebound.
When it comes to Coach Yang and his big men, he loves big men who can shoot from the outside, and Mike Miranda can hit that for them.
Julmar Fajardo still to get into groove.
Of course, he's going to be adjusting, a long time not playing the game.
And I think for him, much longer than some of the other players because he was coming off that horrible injury.
Yes, that's true. And, we didn't have a lot of training time with the team. So game shape is different from, just drills and all that.
Not to mention he's been in and out of rehab as well because of that injury. But not too much court time here for the Kraken.
I think they're looking at the foul here by Kenyahan. Might be a regular foul.
It was actually an inadvertent elbow to the face here of Lassiter. But it happened simultaneous to the shot, so the shot should count essentially for San Miguel, but no sign yet by the referees.
Let's see.
Crazy rain outside. There's Lassiter.
Oh, he really had a hit. If you look at his head right now. I'm not sure if it was on purpose or it was an accident.
Well, in that initial replay, that looked like it was inadvertent, but of course, don't tell Marcia that. He can still feel that. That head of his must be throbbing.
And they called it a flagrant.
Well, the thing is, he made contact with the head. And, at times, when you make contact with another player above the shoulders, sometimes the referees don't have a choice but to call it that way.
You have to call that just to be consistent with their calls. It's for the safety of the players as well.
Watch it here. Issuing the pass.
I don't think he did it on purpose, but
it wasn't like he was extending it.
Yep.
He was actually bringing his arms down because he was looking to go and play defense on the other side. But there was a hit to the head, to the forehead to be exact. Lassiter's going to make the first. Second is down as well.
I think he's fine. Swishing that free throw.
Especially after those two. So officially, flagrant foul penalty 1. They're going to get possession back. Ross almost lost it. Ross left open for 3. Comes right back to him.
Forgot the box out there for the Nlex.
It's a 3 there for Alex Cabagnot, and it's a 5-0 start here for the San Miguel Beermen.
That's what I was saying. No Terrence, no problem for San Miguel. They have a lot of weapons to rely on for their offense.
But what Terrence gives you, I guess, is that additional depth.
Yes, that's true. And he can also create his own shot, Down in the shot clock, nothing's happening as Jericho Cruz hits that 3. Terrence Romeo can create a shot for his own shot.
Well, Jericho Cruz, aside from actually being able to play and practice with Nlex, had a chance to play with the Guam national team in the FIBA competitions. And so, because of that international experience, he's really been able to up his game.
He's in game shape for sure because he's been playing probably more games than anyone here in this court as he hits this corner 3.
That brings them to within 2. 5-3 is our early tally. Soyud is checked in. And he's got the unenviable task of guarding Junmar Fajardo.
It's a quick substitution.
Here's Alas. Pushes it forward.
Ooh,
Inside
great find.
Soyud.
Great Great find right there by Jericho Cruz, seeing that cutting Soyud as he becomes patient in that paint with that fake and finish.
It'll be interesting to see the kind of pace that Junmar is able to go.
Well, with the way San Miguel plays, when I played against them, it's not really a fast-paced game when they play. They like to run their sets, give it to the post, and see what happens.
Wait for the big man Junmar to come down and just dump it into him. Cruz on the outside. Miranda with the handoff. Here's Alas with a teardrop.
That's his patented floater. Loves going to that, and it's hard to block if you're the big man of San Miguel.
First deadlock of the ball game at 7. Here the Beermen once again walking it up, especially when they have Junmar on the floor. Two-man game with the outside. Cabagnot can knock that down, but that is where Junmar can really do damage on the offensive boards as well.
Nothing you can do there, Junmar, probably one of the best big men here in the PBA. It's an easy bucket for him.
Here's Alas once again, challenging, and a foul is going to be called on Ross. A little bit of a late whistle, but whistle nonetheless.
Right here, Raul Soya did his job by actually boxing him out, but Junmar just too big, too strong as he hits that easy bucket.
And Junmar turns around to say, "I'm back." That floater's not going to work. Another board here for Arwin Santos. Nice seal there by Junmar. Nothing Soyud can do.
It's going to be a long night for the Nlex big man, trying to guard that seal by Junmar Fajardo.
As you said, it's going to be a long night for the Beermen, for the big men, but a short night for Soyud because he might be out of there very quickly. Ross is going to be fouled. That's going to be the 4th team foul for Nlex.
Now that's the advantage when you have that tall point guard in Chris Ross. He can post a lot of guards up and create advantages for that San Miguel offense.
Back on the outside here to Arwin.
Still trying to attack the point guard of Nlex, Chris Ross.
Falling away using the glass is Cabagnot.
That's where he lives. Lives in attacking that closeout in between game for Alex Cabagnot.
Lead is now back to 4. Miranda hits.
Coach Yang loves this guy in Mike Miranda. He's very tough on defense, as you can see here, and he can hit open shots as well.
Let's see what he does here up against Junmar, but again, another shot here from Alex.
It's Cabagnot staying aggressive. He was actually our coach back in UP. He would teach us those moves, a lot of step back J's, floaters, and he's been doing that ever since. As you can see here, great pull-up jumper, great use of that backboard.
4-point lead once again by the Beermen. Alas is going to be blocked. Hands it off to Soyud. Soyud is also going to be rejected. Floater's not going to work. Boy, working overtime is Soyud. Puts it in and through.
Raul Soyud doing work on both ends, trying to guard Junmar. And right here, puts pressure on the big men of San Miguel. Got that offensive rebound.
Soyud actually had a chance to play with Gilas Pilipinas in their bubble, so that gave him additional court time as well.
Well, any court time, any training time is welcome if you're a professional player right now.
Makes the free throw, completes that 3-point play, and Nlex is within 1.
Coach Yang loves a lot of underrated players, gives them opportunities, and you just gotta make the most out of them if you're the player that Coach Yang picks.
Short there. Junmar will put it in.
Getting his rhythm here.
And that's a bad sign for the rest of the league. And a good sign for the fans of the Beermen. Cruz launches. Short. That falls in the hands of Junmar. You saw that collision there a while ago. Nice handoff once again.
Great play there by Chris Ross, faking that handoff to Marshall Lassiter and driving. Junmar's defender helps. Just an easy drop-off pass by Chris Ross.
Soid on the outside, finds Miranda. Alas tries to get inside.
That's
Ooh, the prayers
tough shot.
answered.
Tough shot there by Kevin Alas.
Lead of the Beermen back down to 3. Marsh is going to be short on that one. Alas with a rebound.
How about Kevin Alas' confidence? Recently, he's been playing very well. Played well in that bubble as well. After being injured for a while.
Trying to make up for lost time.
Yep.
It's a 3-point lead enjoyed by the San Miguel Beermen here early in this match. As we take this timeout is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. So Diego, can we say that the Kraken is back?
Well, you know, in that first game by Junmar Fajardo, he only, as you can see right here on your screens, he only had 5 points, 2 out of 7 in the field goal, and only 5 rebounds. But in this game, he already has 6 points, stopping that performance, and also 3 rebounds to top it off with that.
And we're still in the first period.
So I think he just had to brush off that rust. I think he's going to be back here.
All it took was one game. Huh?
Yep.
And that's going to be scary for the rest of the league.
I mean, he's just probably the most dominant big man in the league.
Well, for Philippine basketball, it's good, and also for the national team, because we could definitely use him in international competition.
That's for sure. Especially here in the Philippines, we don't have a lot of big men here.
And skilled big men.
Yep. As San Miguel will look for Junmar. Gets the double team.
Lassiter for 3.
And that's what Junmar Fajardo does for you. You know, he's going to attract that double team, move the ball around and find that open shot as Marshall Lassiter hits that open 3.
Alas launches. A little bit off to the right. A lot of times it's been one and done here for the offensive thrusts of the Nlex Road Warriors.
Expect Kiefer to come in soon.
Ross turns the corner, puts it up. He was hoping Junmar was going to be there for defensive rebound. That's a nice find. Cruz for 3. No.
Great find there though by Kevin Alas, pushing that basketball. Just wasn't in line for Jericho Cruz.
Junmar Fajardo is going to take his first rest. And here we're going to have the first entry of Kiefer Ravenna.
They're saving the legs of Junmar, I think here. They're not, you know, playing him the whole quarter. Of course, you still want to be wary of that, you know, his injury, not overwork him too much.
But Diego, talk about the addition here of a CJ Perez to the already formidable lineup of the San Miguel Beermen.
Well, CJ Perez is you know, an all-star. He's the rookie of the year for a reason, and he can do a lot of things. He can play good defense, makes plays, and also gets a lot of rebounds for your team.
He just gives them a whole new dimension.
An extra weapon. Even though Terrence Romeo is out, still has, they still have a lot of weapons right here.
Look at this Soyud. Hits that floater. He's got 5 points in the ball game.
Another great find there by Kiefer. He's been playmaking for the Nlex the past few games, and he's continuing to do that now.
Arwin finds Mo Tautua inside, also making his first entry. Gets a left-handed shot to grow.
This second unit of San Miguel can also be a first five for some teams.
And this is, I think, what they really envisioned when they got Mo Tautua. Mo Tautua was forced to be able to play in the starting role. Here's Kiefer Avena heating up.
Shooting very well, Kiefer Avena from the three-point line.
Lassiter tries to answer. No. There's Perez. Arwin Santos, short. Porter is also checked in here for Nlex. He's a big man that can hit the three. Short that time.
And Coach Yang loves that shot. You know, if the defense is giving that, you gotta take it if you're Chris Porter.
2 minutes, 28 seconds to go here. Porter hands it off. Ravenna, no problem with the three. Drains that shot. Welcome back to the Linares Sports Arena here in Pasig for this big game between the San Miguel Beermen and the Nlex Road Warriors. Still in the early phase of our Philippine Cup, but still all important ball games for both these squads.
A lot of buckets here in the first quarter, a lot of field goals made, and a strong start for both teams actually.
The Beermen showing the way here, but just up by 3.
Some of the bench players coming in for both teams.
Nice seal inside.
That was just a mismatch. Don Troliano guarding Mo Tautua down low.
Porter couldn't handle the pass. Here's Lassiter. Ravenna knew exactly what was going to happen. Zamar with a floater, no. Arwind, yes! And it's now a 7-point lead here by the San Miguel Beermen.
Here's another guy that can score points for Nlex. Misses this time.
They're going to need to score in those opportunities. Here's Zamar bringing it up. Minute and a half to go here in the first period.
So if you notice, San Miguel runs different sets when Junmar is in. Now that he's out there, they run a lot of sets for their shooters.
And their shooters, especially from the mid-range game, has given them now this 9-point lead. They drop it inside. Soyud overshoots that time though.
That was a good look for Raul Soyud.
65 seconds remain. See if they try to go to their big man, Tautua.
They did.
Trying to school the youngster. Nice rebound by Troliano.
One of the great rebounding guards in the PBA, Don Troliano.
Kiefer, nice find.
And that's just the IQ of Kiefer Avena. He can find you when you're open anytime on the court.
He's got 2 assists coming off the bench here.
And
CJ.
And Kiefer Avena does his homework too. He watches a lot of film, makes sure that, you know, he sees guys when they're open, as you see right here. Great find to Don Troliano for that reverse.
Troliano now on the board as CJ Perez will troop to the line. Well, some people were saying that the core of the San Miguel Beermen were starting to age. And now they got a huge addition in CJ Perez.
And when it comes to age, CJ Perez is one of the youngest
Yes.
in the league.
And if you look at it, maybe one of the brightest stars.
He can just do a lot of things for the San Miguel team. Actually, if he goes to any team, that team will certainly be better with him.
No question about it. San Miguel Beer back up by 9.
And Nlex might go for the last shot here. And it's gonna go to Kiefer Avena for sure.
When he saw the opening, took it. That's going to give San Miguel Beer, though, 12 seconds to come back on the other end.
You watch how Kiefer plays. Never in a hurry. Always, you know, seeing the situation, reading the defense. And right there, he saw an opening and went for that layup.
Kiefer's going to miss the first, though.
San Miguel going for the last shot here. Let's see who they're gonna go to.
Nlex still with one more foul to give. Zamar! That's going to be big. Coach Yang Yao shaking his head, wondering how Zamar got away.
Great floater there though. Big men weren't able to block that shot. Good fake, way to be patient. And it's gonna count.
No question about that one. From another angle.
It was actually a broken play. Couldn't find anyone to pass to. And just looked for his shot.
And if you look at it, also partially blocked, it seemed. But it still went through. Zamar picks up his first 2 points, and the San Miguel Beermen lead 32-22 after the first quarter of action. Welcome back to the Linares Sports Arena. It's raining cats and dogs outside. But inside, Seems like San Miguel Beermen starting to pick up steam. Let's take a look at the immediate impact of CJ Perez.
Well, you know, CJ Perez in his first game with San Miguel already scored 17 points in that game.
He's a real difference maker. And here he is. Camalinda can't get it to drop. Tautua.
San Miguel lead going up to 12. So you can see San Miguel's trying to hedge that ball screen. They're showing up on that ball handler. That's a tough shot.
Very clearly, he was stepping there on the baseline. That's JR Quinahan. Had to be replaced a while ago because of that flagrant foul. Now trying to make up for some lost time. Perez. Floater's not going to work. Look at Tautua just grabbed that out of the air. That's an offensive foul.
Just too strong there by Big Mo.
That's when being strong is a disadvantage.
And great positioning too by Don Troliano. Also sold the contact, got the offensive foul.
Well, they got the stop. Let's see if they can get some points on the offensive end. Kiefer, another fine. Troliano fouled.
Another great look there by Kiefer. But this time San Miguel fouls the cutting Don Troliano. I think Kiefer tweaked his ankle a little on that play. Trying to tie up his shoelaces.
Yo, we saw him go down. Troliano makes that first. He's got 3 points. Short in the second though. Here's Zamar. Another one of those offensive threats that San Miguel Beermen have. Three-pointer by Bon Pesumal, and why not?
And
That's his specialty.
That's what he's paid for, Anthony. He's got to shoot all open shots for San Miguel.
And more often times than not, he's going to make it. Kiefer thought about it.
Anthony
Now
had teammates
launches.
before.
Answers a three there of Pesumal right in his face.
2 threes right away for Kiefer Avena. He's really been shooting well.
Zamar can also hit it from there. Melinda. Looks like Pesumal took that away from him.
A little bad spacing for San Miguel right there.
$37-26 is still our tally.
Kiefer with another good look.
A little bit of a tussle there before they hit the ground. It's a good angle. That was clearly a foul.
Yep.
And then JR Quinahan with a takedown there.
A little bit of a pull there by JR Quinahan.
That was clear. Quinahan's gonna miss his first free throw. A few early misses from the free throw line here for the Nlex Road Warriors.
When you're a player, if you're around JR Quinahan, you gotta look out. Junmar back in for San Miguel. Expect the San Miguel Beermen to go to him on the post in these next possessions.
CJ. They're trying to find him. Now they finally get it to him.
Right here, Nlex drops to a zone.
Zamar overshoots.
And a lot of ways to defend a dominant big man like Junmar down there in the post. You can either double, send the help, and right there Nlex, where they were in a zone to clog that paint up. And you know, he found Zamar for that three. Zamar just couldn't make it.
Almost 3 minutes gone here in the second period. Stopping, popping, and missing. Lead is still at 10. Look like they're a bit undecisive on that offensive thrust. Come up with a miss. Kiefer starting up high.
Ooh, great swipe there. I think Von knew what Kiefer was gonna do.
Zamar, nice find. Pesumal for three.
He's not gonna miss that one. Beautiful stroke there by Von Pesumal. One of the nicest forms in the PBA.
Porter tries to answer back. Just short. Inside to Junmar. Quick double.
And
Then
Lex
they
collapsing.
release. There's Pesumal again. In and out. And a foul's going to be called there on Arwin Santos.
If you're a shooter like Von Pesumal, you would still be confident in your next shot because, you know, in and out misses will still be good misses.
Here's Jericho Cruz. He had a good first quarter. Started things off for himself with a three from the corner. And here comes Kevin Alas right back as well. That's a 13-point lead enjoyed by the San Miguel Beermen. And they get right back on track after that loss they had in their first game. Porter carving out some space.
Great ball movement there by Nlex. Looking for that open man, looking for the open shot.
CJ, the ball's been in his hands his entire possession.
Tried to go for that logo three. Came up short.
More and more of the players, because of the NBA influence, trying to shoot from much further out. Kiefer actually did have a shot early this season, essentially from the logo.
And they've been practicing that too, you know. You won't take these shots in the game if you don't practice them.
Kinyan for three. A little bit too strong.
There was a push there by Chris Porter.
Nothing you do really there against Junmar. A lot of times coaches will just tell the player, just come back down. I mean, there's no way you can out-rebound Junmar.
That's true.
Not to mention the fact that he had already good rebounding position as well. CJ almost lost it. Active hands here from Jericho Cruz.
Jericho Cruz has always been a pesky defender. Trying to guard CJ Perez right here. Going over the screens.
CJ hits. The defense was all over him there.
Great D, better O.
That's the only way to look at it. Ian has checked in. Foul's going to be called on Vaughn. That's going to be the fourth team foul in the San Miguel Beermen, and a whole lot of time still to be played here in the second period.
Gonna be early, too early of fouls there by San Miguel.
Let's see if Nlex can try to take advantage. Of course, the issue once again inside, the pass just too high.
That was a great intention right there by Jericho Cruz, but Junmar was just too tall, had to adjust that pass a little higher.
Coach Yang shaking his head there. And it's the San Miguel Beermen going to sue for time here, despite the fact that they're up by 13 points. This timeout is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Welcome back to the United Sports Arena here in Pasig for this game between the San Miguel Beermen and the Nlex Road Warriors. Anthony Sutay here together with Diego Dario. So far so good for the San Miguel Beermen. At the midway point of the second period.
They've built a sort of a big lead here for San Miguel.
What early adjustments does Nlex have to be able to do to get right back in this ball game?
Well, you know, they have to make their defensive schemes against Junmar Fajardo, and it's got to work because, you know, if Junmar Fajardo gets his rhythm, all the other players will get their rhythm as well. As, you know, a lot of people call it Junmar is the multiplier effect for San Miguel. He makes a lot of players better for the San Miguel team.
San Miguel squad now up by 13. His presence has really opened things up in the outside. And his teammates have really obliged knocking down those threes, especially from Von Pesumal.
You can hear the rain from here.
Well, we have it's a combination, I think, of a low pressure area, and they were saying also just about one of those typhoons that brings so much rain. Too much wind, more rain than anything else. It's been pummeling the city inside here. San Miguel Beermen trying to do the same. Trying to pummel Nlex into submission, and here's CJ Perez again.
CJ just bullying his way through the basket. And that's just one of his advantages against the guards of any player in the PBA.
On the outside, Kinyan thought about it. So did Cruz. Shot clock is at 3. It's going to be called there. Might be on Cabagnot.
They played good defense for at least 20-22 seconds. Bailed him out with a foul.
Alex doesn't like the call, but Jericho's going to head to the line for 2 shots. And to make matters worse, that's the 5th team foul of the San Miguel Beermen.
And if you're the Nlex, you have to know that they're in the penalty. You gotta attack that basket and try to be aggressive to get easy baskets from the free throw line.
San Miguel has now built a 15-point lead, and it stays at 15. Jericho misses both free throws. Now to Alex. Alex is going to be blocked. Ross is going to get to it first, though. Perez for 3, yes!
And he's developed that 3.
And that was a product of Chris Ross getting to that 50-50 ball first.
And great find there by Chris Ross. He's always been a great assist guy. CJ Perez finishing that play by making that 3-point shot.
CJ Perez had a very good game the last time out, despite the fact that the San Miguel Beermen lost. And here, once again, showing just what he can do.
And that's what great players do, you know. No matter what team you're gonna be on, you're gonna have an immediate impact. Just do what you gotta do, and this is what he does. Create plays for the San Miguel Beermen. He had 17 points that game, added with the 6 rebounds and 2 steals, you know. And right now, CJ Perez has 9 points, 2 rebounds, still getting that momentum from his first game.
Because of that momentum that he has shown here, the San Miguel Beermen have just opened up a huge advantage. Inyahan trying to make that turn. Back to the free throw line here for the Nlex Road Warriors.
Only foul on number 77, CJ Perez, penalty situation. That was the first
They're gonna
foul on
milk
CJ Perez.
the fact that the Beermen are in the penalty.
That's for sure. You know, a lot of PBA players, they recognize this easily. You know, there's a lot of players who are smart, and they have to take advantage of that.
That time, 2 free throws going down for JR Kenyahan. Brings them to within 16.
San Miguel going to Junmar here for sure. That cross screen, well defended by Nlex.
Well, if you're shooting that well from the outside, you don't really need to look for Junmar.
But I think that's still the Junmar effect.
Yes.
Everyone was clogging the paint for that open three, opening up that three for Arwin Santos.
They were so worried, but Miranda answers back. They're so worried about that entry pass coming into him. He had the seal, and then they just took the 3.
He doesn't even have the ball yet, and everyone's looking at him. Extra pass to the corner right here.
That block lands in the hands of Junmar. Perez, 3, yes!
Great extra pass there by Arwin Santos.
This is the biggest lead of the ball game at 19. Rebound there by Ross.
5-on-4 right here.
Boy, I was going to say heat check, yes! He knocks it down, that's his 3rd 3.
CJ Perez feeling it from the outside, and he's been working on that. You know, before we used to know him as an aggressive guy, always driving. Now he has that outside game on point.
Challenge there from Kevin Alas. Draws a foul from Junmar Fajardo.
Still a long game for Nlex. A lot of things can still happen right here, especially in the PBA. A lot of talented players can turn things around.
But you don't want to fall down by 26 points against the 4-time champion of the Philippine Cup. The reign was ended in the bubble last year. Now trying to make up for some lost time.
There was just a lot of, what do you call this? A lot of problems, not problems, a lot of difficulties and obstacles that were present in that PBA bubble.
No question about it. The challenges that were presented to the players, yourself included, you were in the bubble, is just really unprecedented.
And it's something new for everyone. No one has ever done it before, so it's just a matter of adapting and still trying to do our jobs as basketball players.
And in fact, Tim Cohn hit the point so well when he talked about the fact that he said, you know what, this might be the kind of championship that will never be repeated again. The one that happened in the bubble last year.
That's for sure. And it's never going to be the same.
Getting away is Alas.
Such a slithery finisher is Kevin Alas.
Cuts the lead right back down to 20.
Watch for that Junmar seal. Nlex on that zone, on that entry pass. That used to be money for Junmar.
That's why you can see he's still Trying to get comfortable. Kiefer overshoots.
Ooh, that was a push there by Jericho Cruz.
Did they give him the timeout? No, they're going to call a foul on Jericho Cruz.
Coach Yang saying na Finno float daw. They're floating because Junmar's right there. You can't just attack with a straight line layup.
That's true. There's a great seal. That's the Junmar that we expect.
Same play, different result, but you know, it's better inside position right here by Junmar, and that's just too close if you're Nlex. That's gonna be easy for Junmar Fajardo. Let's see if he gets that extra point from the free throw line.
Junmar Fajardo working himself into that comfort zone that we are so used to seeing him.
He's always had a soft touch from the free throw line.
Lead is now at 23. Under 2 minutes to be played before we take a break. Alas gets away once again, overshoots that time. Junmar with the board and wisely keeps it up.
That's probably an offensive foul, and it is. Lowering that shoulder is Chris Ross.
And he says, no way.
I mean, all players say that when there's a foul.
I have not yet met a player that has openly admitted that he committed a foul. Unless you're doing it in the last 2 minutes and you're trying to send the other player to the free throw line to extend the game. Aside from that, none.
That's the only time.
61-38 is our score here as we approach the 1 minute mark. Miranda bricks that three.
Junmar sealing in that paint. Didn't see Kiefer Avena on that baseline.
Nlex being very physical with Junmar down low. Elicits a smile here from the Kraken. We can afford to smile. They're up 23.
Yep. And he's always been like that. He's just enjoying the game.
True.
One of the reasons why, you know, he's the best player. He just enjoys the game.
That's a good move there from Alas. Feeling the contact and just continuing to go to the basket.
Another slithery move right here. As you can see, off that ball screen. Takes the contact, continues the play. Easy layup for Kevin Alas.
Makes the free throw. Lead back down to 20. It looks like it's a San Miguel Beermen gonna call timeout here. They want to win this one big and going away if they possibly can. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll hold on to the air.
Of course, they're still looking for that first win after that loss to Meralco.
Just not leaving anything to chance as we take a look at the highlights of CJ Perez.
Well, you know, CJ Perez showing us what he can do. He can shoot from the outside. He can be aggressive in attacking that paint. He's really feeling it right now.
He's got 3 threes. Not to mention, he set up his teammates also for a couple of easy shots here and there.
Just a superstar for San Miguel. A lot of superstars actually for San Miguel.
He now takes a seat. Samar back in action.
Kiefer putting a little bit pressure here. Trying to finish this quarter strong, and it works.
And you can see Nlex really is trying to be as physical as they possibly can. Not just with Junmar down low, but even with the guards up high.
Sometimes you just ask, why can't we do that every possession? But, you know, it's difficult to do that. It's tiring to do that. consistently all throughout the game.
Alas hits from the outside.
Great way to end this quarter for Nlex. Let's see if San Miguel tries to answer back. Alex Cabagnot milking this. Gonna try to go for that last shot. Nlex had a foul to give.
And now both teams in the penalty. Well, Cabagnot was actually just waiting for that foul to be committed so that they can actually have the last shot here. That's a great release. Sanmar wasn't able to hit that. That would have counted. Pretty good defense put up there by Nlex. But the thing is, they're down big.
San Miguel off to a great start here. Everyone contributing. CJ Perez, Junmar Fajardo, Alex Cabagnot with that great start. Also, Arwin Santos having a little bit of his contribution in that second quarter.
61-54 as we take a halftime break.
Batak there. Abueva can make it a 2-possession lead. Calvin misses. Calvin trails his miss and puts it back.
Calvin, sensing that he will miss, went after his shot. Look at that. Nobody blocked him off. Nagtuloy-tuloy ngayon siya for that putback.
Back over to Popoy. Kanina pa inahanap ni Jason yun. Bobontin, blocked by Ganuelas. A two-handed block by Matt. Inuha lang RG.
Grabe yun. Nagulat ako ron.
Fourth action. There you go. That's what we were waiting for. Eye in the sky for the guy who can leap out of here.
And you just throw it up. If you see Jamie Malonzo running beside you or in front of you, you throw it up.
Coaches, merong adjustments. Kelly Williams with a bastos alley-oop jam. May kasama pang foul. Ang daming kombinasyon nun.
The athleticism of Kelly Williams was in full display.
Welcome back to the PBA Machine Gun Kelly.
We'd like to welcome you back to the 2021 Honda PBA Philippine Cup, brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. 61-44 is our halftime score, and the San Miguel Beermen lighting it up from the outside, hitting so many threes, and that's one of the major reasons why they're up big, up against the Nlex Road Warriors.
Well, San Miguel off to a great start here. They've been hitting their shots inside and outside, and that's, I think, because of Junmar Fajardo's presence inside. As you can see, Alex Cabagnot had a great start, 7 points in that first quarter. Chris Ross creating for everyone as Alex Cabagnot gets another one right here. Great fake handoff to a dime to Junmar Fajardo. Great find again by Chris Ross.
He just makes it look so easy. On the other side, Kiefer Avena coming off the bench here today, lighting it up early.
Just always a positive impact for Kiefer Avena when he gets inside that court. But second quarter goes to CJ Perez.
He hit that long two, and then suddenly got hot from three.
He got his rhythm from that shot and just hit a bunch of three-pointers in a row for San Miguel, and they built that lead because of that.
Arwin Santos joined the three-point party.
Just so many weapons for the San Miguel Beermen. Another extra pass right there. Unselfish play by the Beermen to a wide open three by CJ Perez. As you can see, the halftime stats right here, 61 to 54. San Miguel shooting over 50% for this half. And of course, 29 rebounds, 17 rebounds for Nlex. They're really gonna be up in that category since Junmar Fajardo is there in that paint.
Those halftime stats brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. You can see Perez there with 15 points, Alas with 14 points. And so the guard showing the way.
As you can see, CJ Perez leading the San Miguel Beermen with 15 points. And a lot of players with 9 points for San Miguel kapag not Fajardo. On the other side, Nlex, Kevin Alas has been really aggressive attacking that paint, and he has 14 already. Kiefer Avena and Raul Soyad with 7 apiece.
Let's see what transpires here in the next two quarters. You know, the Nlex Road Warriors of Coach Yang Giao will fight till the very end. Right now, there's nothing you can do when somebody like Perez is shooting the lights out.
That's for sure, because you're so focused on trying to guard Junmar Fajardo inside, so focused on trying to guard Chris Ross in his matchups, and you not forget, but like you kind of forget guarding CJ Perez, and he already has 15 points in that first half.
Everybody really contributing for the San Miguel Beermen.
And it just made life so easy for CJ Perez right here. He was the main playmaker for his old team. Now that he's with San Miguel, he has so many weapons and he can just play off them. And now it's just so easy. He's just hitting catch and shoot threes as compared to making a lot of plays by himself back in Terra Firma.
That's one of the main reasons why the San Miguel Beermen moved heaven and earth to be able to bring him to their squad. San Miguel Beermen, of course, are the 5-time Philippine Cup champions. I stand corrected.
And that experience will, give them a lot of boost, especially when playoff time comes.
I'd like to thank Adolf for that, who's watching the coverage right now. A lot of our fans are just so knowledgeable about our game. Quickly telling us if we made a little boo-boo here. Thanks a lot, Adolf. And right now, you can see San Miguel Beermen go right back to the post. Bread and butter play, and Junmar delivers.
Just a mismatch for every defensive player when you're going up against Junmar.
Kenyan hits from mid-range. They're going to need some defensive stops here. They want to have any chance of coming back in this ball game and winning it.
They're just gonna go back to Junmar here for sure. Let's see what Nlex tries to do.
They send the double team and it doesn't work.
Junmar, I think, looking for a foul right there.
Good strategy there. They double teamed him and they made sure that it was a hard double.
And that's what you want to do when you're double teaming. You don't want a double team that's a little bit soft.
So it can hit that medium range shot, it does.
And that's what happens when you have a stretch big. You force the big men of the other team, in this case Junmar, to extend and close out on those shooters.
Three's not gonna work. Coming in for that rebound, and here's Kiefer now with the basketball. Kiefer launches. Misses. Alas is there.
Could have been a foul too. But the refs say no go. Just a basket.
Don't look now. The lead has been cut down to 13. And the San Miguel Beermen pushing the panic button. 63 to 50. This timeout is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. We'd like to welcome everybody back to the Inares Sports Arena here in Pasig. It's our ongoing coverage of the 2021 Honda PBA Philippine Cup.
Nlex on a little run here to start off the third quarter.
You knew you were going to make that run. These guys are not going to go away.
Yes, with the talent and offensive firepower that they have, they're going to find a way to make buckets. And this guy staying aggressive with 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists already.
Ravenna really hounding Ross.
Every time someone calls a timeout, Nlex just seems to go up a notch in their defensive pressure.
Trojano with another rebound there. Kiefer hands it off. Kinyahan for 3. Short. And the foul is going to go against the Road Warriors. Soyud can't believe it.
Junmar is just a tough matchup for everyone.
Just about 2 minutes gone. Here in the third.
Chris Ross calling up a horns play right here. 2 ball screens up high.
And Lassiter puts it through. Everybody was trying to box out Junmar. He just tapped it. It fell in the hands of Marcio.
And Marcio, one of the strongest players here in the PBA. I used to work out with him back when, in the off season, he would lift so heavy. And it's not that obvious, but he's one of the strongest in the league.
65-50 is our tally. 2 minutes into the third. Junmar on the outside. Promptly gives it up. They swing it. Cabagnot with the right hand.
Coach Alex Cabagnot right here saw that Kinyahan was gonna close out on him, and he just used his speed advantage over him.
They don't call the backing violation, but Ross is gonna steal this one. And miss. Active hands here from Marcio. That looked like a missed call there though.
Yep.
Because that pass went off one of the Road Warriors.
The refs called it differently.
Warning on Chris Ross for continuous complaining.
Exactly 3 minutes gone here in the third. Miranda gives it to Ravenna.
5 seconds on the shot clock. Gonna
He
make
knew it.
something happen.
He's a veteran. He knew exactly.
Just a
What the time
reliable
was.
option there for Nlex.
That's 3 players swarming around Junmar.
And that's the effect. It's really just the effect of Junmar Fajardo. He attracts so many defensive players because One-on-one defense just won't cut it if you're guarding Junmar Fajardo.
So from a coach's standpoint, if you're coaching San Miguel, you say if there's a triple team, before you even make the pass, that's gotta mean two players must be open somewhere.
Yes, that's for sure, and it's the player's job to find that open shot.
Nlex creeping closer once again. They got as close as 13, and that's where it is. Power move there by Junmar. He will head to the line.
That's what you gotta do with Junmar. You gotta be physical against him as much as possible.
And they're trying. They're sending everyone there to him. And he still picks up that foul and heads to the line for 2 shots.
Watch this smooth stroke by Junmar. Shorten that one though.
But as you mentioned, he's got a very sweet shot.
San Miguel up here by 14. Great back cut there, but great tip by Marshall Lassiter. Great defensive awareness right there.
Mo Tautua is going to check back in. A lot of movement, and they finally get it inbounds to Trujano.
Trying to go to JR Canyan against Arwin. Saw the double. Turnover there.
Marshall goes up strong. No foul, they say. Kiefer can't hit.
Mismatch. Physical
A veteran
play.
move there from Alex Cabagnot. He just made sure there was contact, put it up.
And he saw Mike Miranda was closing out on him too, and he's way faster than Mike Miranda.
Look at this defensive play here from Alas.
I think that was a good call, good no call. Put his hand up. Marshall tried to sell the contact.
Well, referee saying verticality. Nonetheless, San Miguel Beermen now on the line. And increased his lead once again. Miranda's going to take a break.
How about Alex Cabagnot? So many years in the league, still in very great shape and still contributing for San Miguel.
Nice to see a lot of these players extending their careers. Not to say that they're old. They're really just adding to their years here in the league. Miss there inside from Trojano. Coach Yeng Yao live it on the sidelines. Inside to Tautua.
That's their post offense again from San Miguel.
Mo misses.
Careless pass right there. Easy bucket for Mo.
I thought we were going to see a big slam. He just laid it up there.
He just wanted to chill.
Everybody was holding their breath. Highlight reel play. No. Just the easy fundamental 2 points. Kiefer passes it to himself and misses.
Almost a highlight play there by Kiefer.
Lead is back up to 18 here for the San Miguel Beermen.
Chris Ross calling up a play here.
Waiting for Tautua to come out. Misdirection there coming from the other side. Moving it on the basketball is Lassiter.
Kevin Alas caught sleeping there and Lassiter saw that, took advantage of it.
He tries to answer back and does, talking about Alas.
Let's see if Nlex tries to get a couple of stops here to get a run. And I think they do get a stop.
Just like he's used to doing, we have Coach Yang shuffling his players in and out.
He loves giving a lot of players opportunities, whether that's late in the game or early in the game. You gotta be ready if you're a player of Coach Yang Giao. Make the most out of the opportunity.
Ravenna hits from 3.
See if Kiefer gets it going in this third quarter. Watch for that ball screen again. Great defense by Nlex. Got a run.
That's a very poor pass.
Raul Soyad tried to give that lead pass and Coach Yang is not happy. He said that marami pang papasahan. There are a lot of options that you can go to.
Well, they gotta be very patient. Talking about Nlex, they can't rush things.
Single coverage right here for Big Mo. Let's see.
That's just great footwork and patience as well.
And for Nlex, the problem is, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna send another guy and leave the other shooters open, or just live with that one-on-one defense against Mo Tautua?
It's a hefty lead once again here by the San Miguel Beermen, and here comes the biggest problem of Nlex in the first 2 quarters. CJ Perez checking back in.
And if you're going up against the San Miguel team, you think, oh, Alex Cabagnot is going to go out, but a CJ Perez is coming in, so that's going to be a tough assignment for any team.
And you still have a potent scorer down low in Mo Tautua. Shot clock at 5. Air ball there.
Had to take that shot. Hand off right here.
Soyud, his version of a 3, no.
In and out for Raul Soyud.
Perez hands it off. Gotta work that ball around.
The San Miguel players just know where their teammates are going to be. They just know what options are going to be open. They just move the ball so well.
Ross would have missed there though.
I think Jerry Cruz got hit right there. I think it's just a hit on that leg.
Well, we hope it's a stinger for Jericho Cruz. We'll step away. We'll be back in just a bit. It's a 17-point lead enjoyed by the San Miguel Beermen. back to the 2021 Honda PBA Philippine Cup, brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Try to get a report for you a little bit later on the status of Jericho Cruz. As we take a look at Monster Mo Tautua.
Well, here's another great option for San Miguel. You know, when Junmar is out, Mo Tautua comes in, and he's still a great threat in that inside. And he already has 10 points today. But versus Meralco, he's had 17 points, 10 rebounds. Even though Junmar didn't play that well that game, still contributed for San Miguel.
What a luxury to have Mo Tautua inside. Foul's going to be called on Soyud there, stopping the progress of Marshall.
Talking about Coach Yang shuffling his players, he just put in Panya Mogan late in the third quarter, so you really have to be ready if you're a player of Coach Yang Giao and make the most out of your minutes.
Panya Mogan is a scorer. Right now, that's exactly what Nlex is looking for, somebody that can put that ball through the hoop. They've missed a couple of opportunities, not just inside the paint, but also from downtown.
Kiefer right here gonna play a little bit of the two spot. Let's see if he gets it going and tries to look for his shot right here.
Ross is all over him, there's a switch.
He's gonna take advantage of this.
Panya Mogan gets away. He was fouled. 2 free throws now coming up.
And that's what Coach Yang wants when he puts you in. No matter what time, no matter how long, you gotta be ready and produce. Have that positive impact inside that basketball court. And that's what Philip Panya Mogan did right there.
That's definitely what he's capable of doing. Getting buckets.
Speaking about buckets, this guy
another
can
one.
get buckets.
You bring out Lassiter, and then you bring in Pesumal.
Almost the same shooting ability right there.
Goodness. Lato with the rebound. Here's CJ. Lato brings it closer. Will get blocked. But that ball just landing in the hands of Von Pesumal, and he just puts it through.
That's what Von does, you know, when he enters the court, he just scores right away. Typical Von Pesumal play right there.
A little bit too strong. Likewise there on the follow-up. Semerad. Yes!
With that step back too.
Still a 15-point lead though here by the San Miguel Beermen. Under 2 minutes to play here in the third.
CJ showing us that he's not just a three-point shooter. He can also take you off the dribble, and that's what he did right there. Getting a foul against the Nlex Road Warriors.
Oh, we definitely saw what he could do, and he was the leading scorer for Terra Firma. This is a real big find.
The step back right here. Step side.
Clearly a three.
Another handoff right here. Favorite play of Coach Yang.
Porter can hit that. A little bit too strong. Panya Mogan.
Kevin Alas with 5 seconds.
3.8 seconds on the shot clock.
A minute 22 here in the third. Panyamogan launches and hits.
It's that energy off the bench.
San Miguel in no hurry. They've got the 15-point lead. And a putback there from Mo Tautua.
Well, the man of Mo Tautua was so involved in guarding CJ Perez. Mo Tautua was open for that offensive rebound.
Fast telegraph there. Panyamogan with a foul.
Hard foul.
Both teams to stay in the shaded area in front of their respective benches. Both teams are advised to observe competition order.
Coach Yang saying is he's just flopping. Usually in times like these, a lot of players like resting. And you know, when they review, when they fall down, they just want to rest. You know, it's a long game and they can do that.
Shoulder to shoulder contact there as you saw in the replay, but referees will review this just to be able to make sure. Under a minute to play here. Regardless, this is definitely 2 free throws here for Juan Pesumal because Nlex is in the penalty.
Another guy with a sweet stroke, fundamentally sound form.
Trying to bring this lead to 19. And it's there.
Guy doesn't miss a lot of free throws. Another handoff here for Kevin Alas.
He can go for 2 for 1 here. Semerad looking for back-to-back threes. No.
Oh. Alex Cabagnot, great job of selling that contact. Could have been a no call, but he knew they were in the penalty. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Trying to breach the 20-point mark here. It's the first one to get it to an even 20 points.
They're gonna get the ball back too for that last shot.
Unless they want to use their fouls. Both are good. It's a 21-point lead enjoyed by the San Miguel Beermen. They'll try to take that lead into the 4th period. Alas launches. Will miss. And more than enough time for the Beermen to score once again.
Yep, Alex Cabagnot for sure will try to look for his shot right here. Last 3 seconds. Goes to his spot, but misses.
You called it. You saw exactly what was going to happen there, Diego.
Just an aggressive guy.
We're done with 3 quarters here at the Inares Sports Arena this Friday evening. And things looking good for the San Miguel Beermen. As we get ready to enter the 4th and final period, it's the Beermen 88, the Road Warriors 67. These are the games on Saturday, July 24. The Meralco Bolts up against Rain or Shine at 2. And at 4:35, it's the Alaska Aces against Phoenix Super LPG.
Exciting games for tomorrow.
And the action is just going to continue to get better here in the Honda Philippine Cup for 2021. Getting into the passing lanes once again is Cabagnot. Take a look at the quarter scoring.
Well, you know, San Miguel has just been consistent all throughout. They won all quarters. And that's just what happens when you have a first unit and a second unit that plays consistently, plays the same way no matter who is on that basketball court.
Pesumal for 3. Short. Gamalinda with the offensive rebound.
Even Gamalinda getting some positive impact here for San Miguel.
Acalone is going to pick up the personal there.
Great find there by Kevin Alas for an easy bucket for Semerad.
CJ to Tautua. No. Nlex has got to make their move here in the next couple of minutes.
Got to make something happen. Try to make a run.
Porter for 3. Offline. Another rebound for Gamalinda.
Just not hitting their threes, these Nlex big men.
They've had their opportunities. Gamalinda. Nice footwork, but gets blocked.
Thought he was fouled there.
It's going to check back in. Placing the youngster, Porter. Look at that, CJ misses and gets his own rebound.
It's an athletic player right here, and he gets another one, almost.
Third time the charm, no.
Great extra pass there. Another offensive rebound for San Miguel.
Fourth time, still no. Fifth time, the layup will drop. You cannot give a team like the San Miguel Beermen that many opportunities.
4 opportunities for San Miguel right there. They're at least gonna make one.
Not to mention the fact that they do have a hefty advantage already. Soyun tries to hand it off.
Great defense. I don't think Junmar is gonna come back in anymore. Get him that rest.
Dipsy-do move, not gonna work. Blocking that rebound there is Mo Tautua and turns around and says, where's everyone?
And he
CJ
runs
Perez
the
gets
point guard. Mo Tautua finds CJ Perez bringing that ball up the court. As you can see right here, he has that dribbling ability. Finds CJ Perez for that athletic finish.
Is he auditioning to be a point guard?
Maybe. And with the way they're playing, he can probably do that right now.
Definitely.
The rookie Calvin Oftana getting minutes here for Coach Yang Giao. Another offensive rebound.
That would have brought the house down. If
That-
Pesumal knocked it in,
That probably would have brought Coach Yang in an onslaught.
well now, that's gonna bring a smile to his face, Panya Morgan.
Kevin
Tautua was
Alas.
there, getting entangled with Alas. That fell right into the hands of the cutting Gamalinda, who was looking for an offensive rebound, got it.
Second chance points again for San Miguel.
Just too many here, Diego.
That's for sure. And you know, if you're Nlex, you gotta box out. You gotta make sure every guy has a person in front of him. Wow.
It works!
Not the prettiest of the shots, but you know, Nlex will take any bucket right now.
Lead still at 20. Nice hands there from Panyamogan. Trying to add to his tally. Ooh, can't get that to drop.
Probably tired from all the minutes that he's been getting.
It's a 4-1 break.
Nlex trying to cut that lead. Let's see if they make a run here.
Well, it's now or never.
Yep.
If you don't make any headway in the next 2-3 minutes, this game's over.
One-on-one defense. And it's just too tough a task for Raul Soyud to guard Motao to a one-on-one.
When Tautu was playing this well, and your team is up by 20, really, you don't need to send Junmar back in.
Yep.
Panyamogan short. And that is why the coaching staff of Nlex is so high on this young man.
Yes, that's for sure. I'm sure he's going to get more opportunities in the next game. Right here, he has a positive impact right away for that Nlex team. And let's see what he can do in this last 7 minutes.
Missed there. 4-2 break. Alas, no, but there's a tip in.
Nlex going on a mini run right here. San Miguel calls for time.
This timeout is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Gusto mo ba ng kakaibang viewing experience sa PBA? Register to join the PBA Virtual Fan Experience and become a bida fan. Dahil dito sa PBA, tayo ang bida. Registration link will be posted a day before each PBA game on PBA, PBA Rush, TV5, and One Sports Facebook page.
Nlex has brought down the lead here a little. Trying to see daylight.
That's the cue to bring in some of the veterans, like Arwin Santos. Games tomorrow, Meralco Bolts up against Rainer Shine at 2, and at 4:35, the Aces face Phoenix Super LPG.
I think two undefeated teams right there in Meralco and Rainer Shine. Someone has to lose for sure tomorrow.
That's going to be a nice start to the weekend. If you count Saturday as a weekend, because some people count Friday as the beginning of the weekend, which is you and me here tonight.
Yep.
So you got 2 great games today, another 2 great games tomorrow, and to cap things off, a triple bill on Sunday.
A lot of basketball for Pinoy hoop fans.
Perfect. Now we give you local basketball because the NBA is over. Congratulations, of course, to the Milwaukee Bucks winning their first title after 50 years.
It's a great story for Giannis and the Bucks.
Oh, quite definitely. Not wanting to join a super team, wants to build from scratch, and that's what they were able to do, build from the ground up. That's what some of these teams are trying to do here. Nlex, with a lot of these young homegrown stars.
Down 14.
Here they come.
Expect San Miguel to slow things down right here, try to milk up the clock, and probably go down to Motao 2 on the post, and they do right here.
If they bring this down to 10, do you bring Junmar back in?
I think so, and Junmar's about to go in right here.
There is the answer to my question. Thank you very much, Coach Leo.
He heard you, Anthony.
They
Great
need to be
find.
able to make sure that they get the victory here by any means necessary. Vaughn takes a seat. Marshall in. And Tauto will be taking a break in just a few seconds.
On the next dead ball. Vanya Morgan getting extended minutes here for Nlex Road Warriors. I think Coach Yang likes what he's seeing from him.
Well, he got 7 points off the bench. Kiefer for 3. Will misfire. Soyud. Back to Kiefer. Panyamogan could launch. Brings it closer. Short.
I think Vanya Morgan hasn't gone out after going in for the Nlex Road Warriors. A little bit short on that shot, no legs anymore.
Motautu was scored in that instance. Maybe Junmar doesn't come back in. Ross for 3. Yes.
That's just too wide open of a shot for Chris Ross. A lot of teams have been giving him that 3, but he can make that. He works on that and he's a pro at it.
And he's improved that through the years as well. He's upped his percentage.
Yep.
Kiefer. Last minute handoff. Soyud scores.
High IQ play right there for Kiefer Avena. A delayed pass, fake shot for an easy bucket for Raul Soyud.
See, Mo doesn't want to come out. He says, give me the ball. Comes up with an assist.
And see, the kinds of shots that CJ Perez gets in this team is so different from the kinds of shots that he was getting in Terra Firma. Now he's getting shots off a pass, off cuts, off catch and shoot, and that's just so easy for him.
That's too easy.
Yep.
Under 4 minutes to play, 3 minutes 55 seconds to be exact. Tautua with the assist here, and CJ Perez delivers. The Philippines' chances of getting its first ever gold medal is stronger than ever. Share the love for Team Philippines as we count down to Tokyo 2020. Watch the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 from July 23rd to August 8th on Signal, TV5, One Sports, One Sports Plus, Signal Play, PLDT, and Smart with the hashtag #SeeUsStronger. Opening ceremonies, I believe, are going on as we speak.
It's gonna be
Earlier
exciting.
today, Chris Nevares, our first athlete to get into action, did quite well in heat number 5 of the men's single sculls as he has moved into the quarterfinals on Sunday. Games on Sunday: Northport up against the Beermen at 2, at 4:35 Magnolia up against Barangay Ginebra, and at 7 in the evening, boy, a triple header there for all the PBA fans, and it's going to be a mouth-watering weekend. 2 games Saturday, 3 games on Sunday.
Especially that Ginebra versus Magnolia game. A lot of fans are going to be watching out for that one.
Early El Clasico.
Yep.
103-84 is our tally here.
Junmar is back, just like what Anthony said.
I was surprised that they continued to bring him in. I mean, yes, it went down to 12, so I understand Coach Leo wanted to bring him in just for additional insurance. But then suddenly the lead just ballooned once again. So
Just a counter run there by San Miguel. Thought Nlex was gonna make it a close game in this fourth quarter.
okay, now that he's in for the final 3:35, I guess you just let him finish the ball game, right?
Yeah, I think they're just gonna let him, have that game experience. He hasn't played in 2
That's
years.
true.
Let him get his minutes.
They're not rushing things. And just when I said that, they lose possession.
Chris Ross looking for that highlight play, no look pass. Just wasn't able to get the pass by Arwin Santos.
One ball game here by the San Miguel Beermen. Up 21. Block there.
The rookie Calvin Oftana trying to challenge Junmar Fajardo. He will learn.
Definitely in his storied amateur career, he has never faced someone of the caliber of Junmar Fajardo.
That's for sure.
And as you said, he'll learn. He's young. He's eager. And that's why he got it stuffed down his face.
Probably a little floater or a pull-up jumper
Yes.
could do against Junmar.
But you gotta give him credit for being brave.
Aggressive and confident right there for Calvin Oftana.
That time a little bit overconfident if you look at me. That ball's gonna stay here. But the future is so bright for Calvin Oftana.
That's for sure. He can do a lot of things. He can hit the outside shot. He has a lot of moves in that mid-range. He can even post up players.
Junmar overshoots. He had to shoot that one. Shot clock was winding down. Kiefer Ravenna scores.
Kiefer Ravenna saw a very cold Wendell Comboy, and he just attacked him right away in that transition.
Well, you keep harping about the fact that Kiefer has such a high IQ. Final 2 minutes. It's a foregone conclusion here.
Bonzo Gotladera getting some minutes here too.
He can hit that and does. The rookie with a pretty good scoring night, and that brings a smile to his face.
And that's a good sign for Nlex and their coaches. Calvin Oftana making the most out of his minutes.
Well, as a coach, you like to see that the effort is still there, despite the fact that it's a one-ball game here for the Beermen.
That's very important for young guys when they get their minutes here in the fourth, when it's a done conclusion, to get their confidence, try to get their shots in, try to feel the court when they're inside that game.
Missing everything there. Wanted to answer back after what Kiefer did to him a while ago.
Yep. And that's why you got to feel the court. At least try to make a shot to be familiar with it. Espanya Morgan gets another floater in for Nlex.
Trying to get to double figures here in the final minute and a half.
Trying to prove himself, get him more minutes for the next game.
Junmar for three. Don't say
was
that too much.
Junmar was actually telling us that he has that three-point shot and he's gonna take that more often when he comes back.
Well, now from the coach's standpoint, they'll say, yeah, take it. Take as much as you want. And just because you did that, I'm taking you out. Gamalinda's gonna check back in. We got a timeout on the floor. We'll be back for the final 54 seconds in a bit. Welcome back to the final 54 seconds of this battle between the San Miguel Beermen and the Nlex Road Warriors. The Beermen are finally going to get their first victory. As we see the games on Sunday, Meralco up against Rain or Shine and Alaska Aces up against Phoenix. That's at 2 and 4:35 respectively.
Alaska trying to bounce back from that tough loss against Magnolia. That was a close game too. Game winner by Ian Sangalang.
So they lost that game by 2 and they missed close to 15 free throws. Talking
Wow.
about Alaska.
Could have won that game.
Definitely, that's why Coach Jeffrey Carriazo was really livid. Panyamogan! No. That would have gotten him into double figures. Here's Kiefer.
Kiefer Ravenna still attacking, still aggressive, trying to get his points against Wendell Comboy.
I'm surprised Kiefer is still in the game.
Yep. The Phenom trying to get 2 points here. Had a great career in the PBA, but no championships yet for Kiefer. That's what he's trying to look for here.
Well, the Nlex team trying to build around him. And the last, they got a solid backcourt already. And as you mentioned it, they do need a big man.
Yep, it's a missing piece, a big man that can attract a lot of defense.
Inside, Zamar by his lonesome.
That's it.
That would have counted for Oftana. And the San Miguel Beermen are going to take this one. As we take a look at our next level player of the game. And he is none other than Mo Tautua.
Well, Mo Tautua right here doing everything for San Miguel. You know, scoring a lot of points inside the paint, taking advantage of the other big men of Nlex, and also finding a lot of players with those assists.
Our next level player of the game is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. The Beermen take this one, 110 to 93.
That's how basketball is supposed to be played. You know, it's not just one man out there. You know, we all gotta come out and play. And you know, it was good to see Junmar coming back, and you know, he was getting his points in the paint, and that really loosened him up for us. And from there, we just kept the ball rolling.
Without Junmar, how are you adjusting as the main big man of the team?
I mean, we already established that when we were playing in the bubble last conference, and from there, I mean, Coach Leo just trusted me. He said, "Mo, we're going to feed you the ball." I took it as don't lose his trust, you know. So I just took care of the ball as much as I could, and that just rolled over to this conference. And just being dominant in the paint helps our team full of shooters shoot.
Mo, I noticed in your last outing that you've also been hitting the outside shots pretty consistent right now. So is that something that you work on in the off season?
I mean, of course, man. Every day, you know, you got to come out there and see what that three ball looks like. And I mean, last game it was falling for me, and I mean, it's something that I practice, so it's not like a magic trick for me, you know. So I just worked on it, and just like anything else, if you work on it, you're gonna get better.
Terrence is out, so how does that affect your team?
I mean, you know, Terrence is a big cog in our team. You know, we trust him with the ball just like everyone else, and he's good to have out there. He spaces the floor, he penetrates well, and I mean, he's a threat. And you know, we miss him out there, but you know, he'll be back. He's tough. You know, I know Terrence is probably one of the hardest workers I've ever seen in my life. So I know he'll heal up and get better, and pretty soon he'll be back out here with us fighting.
Mo, how does the return of Junmar Fajardo help you in your game?
Sorry, ano ba yan?
How does the return of Junmar in the lineup help you in your game?
Okay. Hindi na marinig again. Okay, it's good. It's good, you know, because Junmar, man, that's a 6-time MVP, and it's, I mean, he's one of the biggest threats in our league, and having him out there really helps. I mean, you know, he's there. He's attracting a lot of defense, and what it does for everyone else is make the ball move, and it's easier for us to shoot. So it's great having him back, and I love having him back. He's a good guy on and off the court. So I mean, I have nothing to hate, man.
Coach Leo, your thoughts on the game?
Sige, tara na. Lahat tayo.
About the game, so I'm so thankful with the players, the way they played tonight. From start to finish, playing good defense and then focus to the game. And I think they realizes the importance of this game. This is a very short tournament, 11 games, so we cannot afford to lose 2 games in a row. Actually, we lost twice in the bubble in the last 2 games, so we cannot afford to have another loss. And I think this is the product of preparation during the off-season, and we're able to do all the things we need to do, especially on defense. And then tonight, they played really well. And everybody, even those players, not giving a lot of playing time, but there's a chance, especially in the third quarter, going to the fourth quarter, they sustain the effort of the first group, and that's it. I think that's the main reason. The support staff talagang nag-contribute a lot both on offense and defense. That's why you can see from the bench na they're happy what's really going on the court.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations po. Okay na po.
Let's now take a look at the game highlights brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA.
San Miguel went off to a great start here. They fed Junmar a lot of times, and Junmar delivered. Kiefer Benner with a long 3. He can hit that any day.
But despite the good shooting, San Miguel Beermen were up by 10.
San Miguel just too much for the Nlex Road Warriors. They have so many weapons, and one of the weapons here is CJ Perez hitting inside and outside. Also, Armin Santos getting in that 3-point party, joining everyone from that San Miguel team.
They made it look so easy here tonight.
One more extra pass to CJ Perez and another bucket. CJ Perez played great today.
And essentially the route was on, but in the middle part of the third quarter and at the start of the fourth, Nlex did make a run.
Yes, they actually had a short burst, short run right there. They cut it down to at least 14 or 12. And, you know, San Miguel was just too much for this Nlex Road Warriors team.
Nato was attacking, and he was the best player of today's ball game. Actually, San Miguel had so many heroes.
A lot of guys could have been the best player of the game, but you know, Mo Tautua just did a lot of things on that court to help his team win. As Chris Ross, not a lot of points for Chris Ross, but set up his team very well. He knew where to go, he knew where the options and advantages were during this game.
And he tried to shut down the guards of Nlex.
Yep. A great find by Mo Tautua for CJ Perez. And at this point, San Miguel just took it away from Nlex.
That's your final score, 110-93. The San Miguel Beermen pick up their first win here this conference. As we take a look at the schedule on Saturday, at 2, it's Meralco up against Rainer Shine. And at 4:35, it's the Alaska Aces up against Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters. These are the games on Sunday. Northport up against San Miguel Beer, Magnolia up against Barangay Ginebra, and Nlex goes up against Terra Firma. That's at 2, 4:35, and 7 p.m. respectively. All games live on PBA Rush, Signal, and on Smart GigaFest. And that's gonna do it for our coverage. Thank you very much for joining us. In behalf of my partner, Diego Dario, Anthony Stay saying thanks for joining us for the last 2 games. Till next time, take care. Have a good night ahead, everybody. God bless.